How's it going, guys? David here, and we have week 6 of the NPL Minors. We are up against Foghorn or Keegan or the Colorado Avaluggs. No team builder, as you can see, because this is already super late, and I'm really good at this. I just wanted to make this really quick and really easy. I'll go over the team and such. You could see his stuff over there. He has his Crest, Kyurem, Mega Pinsir, Chansey, Klefki, Kartana. He also had some other things that I was super scared of was an Infernape that I had no switch-ins to, an Avaluggs, which I expected to come almost 100%, and I think that was really it in terms of the super scary stuff. If you can hear that, that's me clicking. Rotom Wash, Azelf, Armaldo, Doublade. Yeah. So that was all the stuff you can bring. You know our team. As far as what I brought this week, we have a Choice Scarf Thundi T with HP Flying, T-Bolt Volt Switch, Focus Blast. It's our Pinsir check, it was our Infernape check, it's our Kartana check. It's just sort of there. I'm not expecting if he brings Infernape, I'm not expecting that to be Scarf, and it's my Flying Resist, and I don't have a lot of those, at least ones that could beat a Pinsir, like Gigalith loses to CC or Close Combat or whatever, or Earthquake or whatever. Same with Drill. So this was my check. I have an SD Mimikyu with Lumberry, so then I could set up on things like Crest that might want to Toxic me or whatever. Banded Sneasel with Beat Up. Beat Up lets me break Crest Colbur. It lets me ignore Rocky Helmets. Fun stuff. A Stored Power Musharna. A defensive Mega Kangaskhan with Sub, Wish, Toxic, and Flamethrower. Enough investment to Oko a Kartana, even if it was no HP investment Akaberry. And it also 2-hit KOs most Mega Pinsirs, it 2-hit KOs Klefki, I believe, if it's Fizz Def, which I expected. It's also fast enough for a modest Rotom Wash, which was kind of spooky. I wasn't really sure if Rotom was coming. I thought it had a pretty good matchup, but... And then last but not least, we have Sub-Combined Suicune. Alright. So that's the team. Just looking at team matchup, I saw Klefki, which was I was very afraid of. I did see no Infernape, which put me in a really good mood, because Infernape was the only reason I lost Mox, and Infernape would click Nasty Plot and then win. But the Klefki I figured I would deal with, but no Infernape made me really excited. I led with Thundurus, expecting the Klefki, or expecting something like Kartana or even Chansey lead. So he leads Klefki, and turn 1 he switcheroos and gives me an Iron Ball. And from here, the game is not in my favor, because I lose my Choice Scarf, meaning I can't offensively check the Pinsir anymore. I cannot switch into it, and if he has Earthquake or if he sets up an SD, then I actually cannot answer this Pinsir. I have to rely on something like Mimikyu, or being behind a sub with Suicune or Kangaskhan, or being set up with Musharna already. So all of a sudden this game really relies on me having some sort of setup opportunity before the Pinsir appears. So I go for a T-Bolt, do 64, it's a Fizz Def Klefki. I go for a Volt Switch knowing that Chansey was going to come in. I get to go into my Kang, and I get to set up a sub, see what his helmet user is. He goes to Crest, that shows me it's a Rocky Helmet set. I get to Toxic it as he Calm Minds. I don't really care, because I could toss up a Wish, and I know for a fact that +1 Psyshock cannot break. He needed even +1 Psychic, barely broke. I missed the Toxic here, which is a little annoying. It's not the end of the world as I get a Toxic here, as he goes for an Aromatherapy. And here's where the issue lies. This Kang set can 1v1 his whole team. Like, I could sit here behind this sub forever. The problem is, he can just keep switching around and like getting all his mons toxic and then aromatherapying them up. So until this Chansey is dealt with, this Kangaskhan cannot just auto win here, as much as I really want it to. If it didn't have aromatherapy, then Kang probably just won. I'm iffy on the cement, on the exactly how that would work. But the aromatherapy is a huge problem. So I'm just going to toss up a Wish as he goes for an S-toss and breaks my sub. I decide now's a good time to go to Sneasel. I'm expecting him to switch out, probably into his Crest or something. And I just go for a beat up here. As he brings his Crest, the Klefki comes out. And Klefki takes 6 hits. Sets up a layer of spikes, so suddenly that layer is kind of big. As now, if Pinsir actually sets up, then things like Suicune and Musharna can't switch in. And it also means that I'm taking chip damage on my Thun-DT. So things are looking okay. He got a spike up on me, and his Chansey's aromatherapy, and my Thundy's crippled, and it's not looking great. So here, I see the Kyurem, and hindsight, I needed to stay in and attack this Kyurem. He couldn't kill me with any move aside from maybe like a Specs Flash Cannon or a Draco Meteor, and if he did either of those this turn, that would have been an easy setup opportunity for my Suicune, or for my Musharna, or for a lot of things. But instead, I was just so, what's the word, confused? No, I wasn't necessarily confused. Tilted, maybe? I wasn't mad. I just wasn't thinking clearly, I guess, and I felt, for some reason, that this Banded Sneasel was more important to me than keeping my disguise up on Mimikyu. So I decided to risk the disguise, thinking, alright, he's gonna click Draco here. There's no way he's clicking Draco because, like, he's not clicking Draco because he can't go for any move. Hindsight, he can go for a Flash Cannon and it hits my Mimikyu and my Sneasel extremely hard. But I was certain he was clicking Draco. And instead of just clicking Beat Up and getting some decent chip damage on this, I decided to go into my Mimikyu and get my disguise broken. And here is pretty much where the game is really over, because I don't have a Pinsir check. I lost my Pinsir check, and now he gets to go into Cresselia and hit me with the Rocky Helmet. I kind of knew this was coming, I just didn't play around it. I don't know. And here I make the fine play, I just sack this off to the helmet because I can't get rid of spikes. Here I make a weird play. I don't know why I didn't go back into Sneasel. If I went back into Sneasel, I could have clicked like Knockoff or Beat Up and gotten some good damage on anything that really wanted to come. Even I could have went for an Icicle Crash, and I could have gotten good damage on literally anything that wanted to come in here. But I go into my Suicune. Again, I'm not sure, probably not thinking clearly or something, I don't even know. And I decided to try and set up on this. As he goes for a Toxic, I get to sub, that's fine, I'm a Combine Suicune. As he tries to set up in my face, I know for a fact that even +2 can't break my sub, or he needs a high roll to break my sub with +2 Psyshock. I'm trying to get a burn, it's just not being nice to me. And I forget what I end up doing. I know that he's going to win this war, so now I go into my Sneasel, knowing that the Calm Mind is coming. So here, and instead of clicking beat up, I click knockoff, and it's just, instead of doing what I did 3 turns ago, I clicked the wrong move now. And here, once again, instead of just attacking what's in front of me and getting some decent chip damage, not that it really matters at this point. At this point, like, my entire team kind of loses. There was the issue. I went for knockoff instead of beat up, instead of icicle crash, meaning that the pincer comes in and gets to set up on me. I lived a quick attack, guaranteed 100% from where I was, even if he was out of it. So, if I did my original plan, locked myself into icicle crash on the crest as the Mimikyu went down, then he lost another Pokemon. He probably sacked his Kyurem, and suddenly we're at square one. I'm locked into icicle crash. He would then have to go into Kartana as opposed to Sneasel, and that would maybe give me a chance to go into my Thundurus and then work from there. But alas, as you can see, he goes for a quick attack. He gets a crit. That's neither here nor there. I'm just going to go for a Scald and hope to God that I get a burn. I'm not sure how much the +2 return matters. I didn't actually calc, but maybe the quick attack mattered. Maybe it didn't, but regardless, it didn't matter. I wasn't winning from that point, because this pincer with the spikes up can OHKO my entire team, and at +2, a quick attack does kill my Sneasel. I go for Ice Shard for the potential to crit, and I go into my and last but not least, Mega King falls, and that is week 6. We lose 4-0 when it could have been either a lot closer or maybe we could have won. I just played it really badly, and Fog brought Iron Ball Klefki with Switcheroo, which really caught me and just put me in a bad spot right from the start. So props to him. The pincer was cool, all that stuff. Aromatherapy Chansey was smart. Nobody actually, I think one person brought Chansey in mock battles, and it wasn't really a big problem, but it certainly proved to stop my fat things from winning. So we are 3-3 now with a -4 differential, meaning we have to win our last game in order to qualify for playoffs. We are up against Aster J, who he got 4th place in March Madness, which is kind of cool. Go him. And yeah, we're up against him for the playoffs. He's guaranteed in whether he wins or loses. Hopefully he just brings like memes or something. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to the last game, potentially making playoffs, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.